tribe, it is your girl Naja, and I'm back with another video. I put my little ooh, my nose just itched, bitch. Put my little ponytail into a braid so that I don't keep touching it while I'm recording. Let me scoot up a little bit, okay? All right, I'm just like stupid hyper today. Like, so today we're gonna be doing a story time. Yeah, it's your favorite. I know, it's your favorite. Yeah, this story time is gonna be about how I totaled my car. Yeah, this was stupid as fuck. Like, my car was totaled, and this happened when I was 18. Because I had only had that car for like a fucking year, like literally a year. I want to say, yeah, I only had the car for a year and it got totaled, and that was my first ever car. So I did make a story time in the past on how I got into an accident, my car accidents or whatever with this same car, but this was the accident that totaled my car. So I'm just gonna get right into it. My mom and her now fiance were on a trip to Miami, so I was home alone with my brother. I think my brother may have been at a friend's house or something like that, and I was just home alone. I had my car. I wasn't in college yet because I literally graduated high school in June. My birthday was the same week as my graduation, and then I went straight to college in July, okay? So I literally just had a month of me doing whatever the fuck I wanted. But no, it couldn't have been then because I was driving my car to school in college. Yeah, I was in college, so yeah, fuck that. Fuck all that little information I just said. But true story, but still, like, this happened while I was in college because I remember driving my Beetle to school. My mom was on a trip with her boyfriend. They were in Miami. Miami's only like 4 hours away from where I am, so you know, they were just going on a cute little vacation, and I wanted to go to the beach with my fucking ex. Oh my god, like, I feel like all this bad shit was just happening to me while I was with him, and I feel like God was trying to I'm not gonna skip to it. I'm not gonna skip. I'm gonna just get to the story. So I went with my ex, L. If you keep up with my channel, you know that L is like the biggest L of my life, so that's why I call him L, okay? He's like fucking Voldemort in my family, like the name of which we do not speak, because everyone in my family hated, because he's irrelevant now, but they did not like his ass for me at all. Me and L decided, you know what, let's go to the beach. So it was the summer. We went to the beach. We got some Italian ice from Rita's. Like, everything was normal. Everything was good. So as we were leaving the beach, we were about to make a U-turn at a left. Like, we were gonna make a left and make a U-turn, and there was a light, okay? There was a light that was doing the, I'll put a picture over here so you know what I'm talking about. Like, it had the arrows. So once the arrow turned green, I was going to make my left, okay? I was driving, right? And I saw to my left that there was another car trying to merge right onto the same street as me, right? So she was waiting. There was tons of cars just kept going. Jacksonville Beach Strip, it has hella traffic, just tons of cars, all these motherfucking rich people and they Range Rovers and they BMWs and shit, just tons of cars, right? So my light turns green. Okay, my light turns green. I start to bust my U-turn. I don't know why this lady made her right, and instead of staying in the closest lane to her, she drove out into my lane to get into my lane, right? So I'm busting my U-turn, and we literally go like this and hit each other. The impact was hard as fuck. Like, this lady sped off into us, right? My passenger window was down. My XL, he was in the passenger seat, and his hand was like this on the window as it was down. She hit it so hard that the window shattered, and he had glass in his arm, right? And we just like spin for a little bit, right? And I'm just sitting there because I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why do I keep getting in these accidents? Because like, I did not even have the car for that long. I only had it for a year. So I pull over, right? I'm freaking out. My mom is out of town. I don't have my mom to call to like help me or whatever. So I'm freaking out. Calm down. Like,
come out. And I'm
just like, dude, like, what the fuck? I don't really know what to do. I've never been in an accident without my mom to help me, because the accident I told you guys on my other video was the first and the last accident I was ever really in. Everything else was just like fender benders where, you know, I got out the car, I'm like, you straight? And they're like, yeah, are you straight? And I'm like, yeah, I'm good. And then we go on about our day. So like, this was the first accident I had been on, like, on my own. So I was freaking out. I was like, I don't know what to do. And he was like,
just pull over.
So I pulled over. The lady who hit me pulls over, right? And he gets out the car. His arm is fucking bleeding, okay? Like, I just look back and I'm just like, we could have got so paid if it wasn't for his dumb ass. Like, I regret this so much. So let me get back to the story. We get out the car and the lady just stumbles out the car, and he was just like, look,
just be nice to her. Like, we don't have to get the cops involved. We don't have to get the cops involved.
Why? I don't understand. Like, I didn't do anything wrong. Like, why do we have to get, why not call the cops? Like, I'm confused. So he goes up to the lady, he's like,
hey, are you all right? Blah, blah, blah.
Mind you guys, I couldn't even really move my car that well. Like, it was struggling to drive. Like, my tire was going like that. Like, she drove perfectly fine up at that bitch, right? So, y'all, my ex is just talking to the lady, like, trying to me, in my opinion, he was talking to her as if we had smacked her shit and that we were in trouble. So I'm just like, I'm so confused. So I called my mom, and I was like, I was so nervous to call my mom because I knew she was gonna be mad at me. For one, she thought that I had broken up with Elle because she really, really did not want me dating him. She thought I had broken up with him, so I knew she was gonna be mad about that. And then two, I just fucking got into a car accident while she's out of town trying to enjoy herself with her bae. So I had called my mom and I was like, Mom, I got something to tell you.
What's going on? Just spit it out. I don't like that. Just tell me what's going on.
I got into a car accident.
What? Are you kidding me, Naja? I'm all the way in Miami. Like, where are you?
And I told her, I'm like, I'm at the beach. Like, this lady hit me at the beach. I don't think I can move my car. Like, I don't know what to do.
Naja, call the cops. Call the cops.
And my dumb ass, I was like, well, Elle said not to call the cops. Y'all, when I tell you my mom cut up. My mom cut up.
Elle? Why the fuck are you with Elle?
Mom, look, like, just help me out. Like, what do I do? He said that I shouldn't call the cops. Like, I don't know what to do. Like,
don't fucking listen to that dumb boy. Like, call the fucking police. Call the police. I'm telling you as your mother right now. Call the police. Don't listen to that boy. You shouldn't even be with him. That's probably why your ass broke down. This is God telling you need to leave that boy the fuck alone. Blah, 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 blah. And
I'm just like, oh my God, okay.
You need to call the insurance company and make a claim.
At my registration, I'm calling the insurance company. I'm getting her information. Meanwhile, Elle is still trying to kiss ass like,
look, we could just make this all go away, blah, 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 blah.
I can't physically drive my car. Like, I can't drive my car. And I'm thinking like, okay, I need to call the police so that I can make an official report. But back then, I didn't know that's how you get an official report from a third party to help with your claim, right? So me and the lady who hit me are both describing our situations to our insurance companies and whatever, right? And then after that, once everything was done, Elle was like, oh
yeah, you're free to go now, you're free to go.
I never called the cops. I didn't listen to my mom. I should have listened to my mom. If you're watching this, always listen to your parents when it comes to matters like that, because they know more than you. Do not listen to some little peon ass boy or girl, whoever you with. No, like, your parents know best. Like, they wouldn't just tell you to do something because, like, you get what I mean? Like, they're telling you for a reason. Like, don't make my mistake. Like, listen to your fucking parents. Boom. Lady can leave. Her car is fucking fine, okay? Her car is fine. Mine isn't. My shit is, I can't move it. Like, I won't drive. I had to call the fucking tow truck. So me and Elle are sitting by my car for fucking 2 hours waiting for the tow truck. And the whole time, I am just so fucking upset because, like, and anxious because I didn't tell my mom that I didn't call the police. And I knew that she was mad at me because I was hanging out with Elle and that we were back together. And I was just really disappointed in myself. The whole time Elle is just acting real nonchalant, like, well shit, this don't got nothing to do with me. Like, that's just how he is. Finally, the tow truck comes, they get my car, and they give us a ride all the way back to my house, and they drop the car off in my parking lot. And yeah, that was that, okay, for that day. So as you guys know, the claims process is very long and drawn out. I got my car, my mom came back home from Miami. I got my car picked up by another tow truck to get it dropped off at a shop that specializes in German cars because I had a Volkswagen. And they looked at it and they were just like, yeah, your car is totaled. Your car is totaled. I'm sorry, we'll write you off a check. No, that was later. They were just like, yeah, your car is totaled, whatever, right? So I'm just like, fuck. So I'm checking on this claims process to see like what they're gonna decide, if her insurance is gonna pay for my car, and blah, 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 blah. Y'all, turns out this lady, that was not her car. That was her daughter's car, okay? Her daughter was in the military. That's her daughter's car, her daughter's registration. I feel like she should have gotten some legal trouble for faking registration information, but because there were no police involved, there was no third party to check her ass. For all we know, she could have been intoxicated because her ass was looking real strange, like very strange, like, no, like, so I really wish that I would have called the cops, because then bitch could have got a breathalyzer test done on her. They could have clocked her ass on her registration and all that. She probably would have had to leave her car at the scene too and walk her ass home, because that's not even her car. So I'm learning all this shit through the claims process. I'm like, fuck. So now I have to deal with her daughter, and they're basically saying because there was no police involved, it's gonna be really hard to come to a terms. But mind you, at the time, I was under my mom's insurance. I was under my mom's insurance. So my mom found this stuff out before me. So I'm just chilling in the house one day, right? And my mom comes up to me and she was like,
oh, well, we got some news about your claim.
What?
You won the claim or whatever. Her insurance is going to be paying you the market value of your total car, and so that you can get the money and go get another car.
And I was just like so relieved, because I think I probably went like 2 to 3 months without a car, and it was really hard for me to get back and forth from college, because I had classes like 2 times a week, but I was there for like 10 hours a day because I went to art school. I didn't go to like a normal college. So it was really stressful for me to get to and from school, but that wasn't it.
Yeah, you won the claim, you should be getting a check soon.
And when my mom talks really calm like that, bitch, it's a build-up. It's a build-up, okay?
But you know what have made it happen quicker?
What?
It would have happened quicker if you would have called the police. Because then we could have had a third look into the accident, so that they wouldn't even need to do the investigation. They would look at the police reports, and that would have been that. Why didn't you call the police?
And I'm just standing there like, fuck, bruh, like, why didn't I call the police? Why didn't I call the police? Like, what the fuck? So yeah, like, that shit was just a fucking mess. Like, I just told my mom, I was like, look, I got scared. I was in the moment. I was scared. I should have listened to you. I regret not listening to you. Like, I'm dumb as fuck. Like, basically, right? So she was still salty at me because she was like, how are you just gonna let some boy cloud your judgment like that? Like, I could tell she felt like offended that I would take his word over her word when she's been on this earth longer, you know, like, so I totally feel her on that, because I feel like I made a really dumb ass decision as well. That shit still affected me for a long time, because even though I got the check and then I bought another car and all that stuff, like, when I tried to get on my own insurance, because I didn't really want to be under my mom's insurance anymore, like, I just wanted to be a little bit more independent. So when I did get on my own insurance, I tried to go through the same insurance company, and they were just like, huh, we can't really tell if this claim was ever closed or not. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm like, dude, like, this happened like 2 years ago. Like, I thought that it was over with. I got my check. Like, I didn't have to pay no $500 deductible. Like, I don't understand. They're like, yeah, we don't think we can open this up until like it's finished with. So I was just like, okay, you know what, fuck it, I really don't care. So then I went through another insurance company that was recommended to me by my car dealership, and when I tried to go through them, they were like, oh, well, there's this claim that's still open with such and such, and you need to get that taken care of. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? So I had to go back to the insurance company, and I was just like, look, I have paperwork, because they actually sent me a letterhead showing me like, hey, this claim is closed. You're going to be issued a check from USAA because she's military on behalf of such and such, and blah, 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 blah. So I had to send that in order to get my insurance on good standing so I don't have to pay a grip. My insurance is actually very cheap for a 21-year-old because I don't play no games, okay? I only have one strike on my belt where it was actually my fault, okay? And the cop actually gave me a pat on the wrist for it, and that was in the last story time, so yeah. Alright guys, that was about the time where I got my car totaled. Again, moral lesson of the day. Do not let no boy cloud your judgment. Like, always listen to adults. Like, even if you are an adult, because I was an adult at the time, listen to a more experienced adult when they're telling you things, because it could help you a lot, because things like that will affect you in the long run like it did for me. So, yeah. That's it for this video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. Peace.